Welcome back to another installment in the Entertainment Beyond show. As always, I am your one and only host, Jensen, the beautiful, majestic Dean Jackson. And I'm here to talk to you briefly because the film just came out. It would be fair to spoil, but chit chat with you briefly about my opinions on the newest horror film, Longlegs, starring Micah Monroe. Because I don't want to spoil too much, I'm just going to let you go in about as raw as you possibly can. It has become a practice of mine, going back to when I walked into When Evil Lurks, knowing nothing about it, and coming out very, very pleasantly surprised with my findings as they were. It has become a practice of mine to go in about as blind as I possibly can to television series and to films. I won't read anything about them anymore. I won't watch trailers. I like to be completely shocked and awed. I knew nothing about this film other than the fact that it starred Micah Monroe of It Follows fame. I am very much enjoying what this young actor, Micah Monroe, what she's doing with her career. And so anytime you say her name, in for a penny, in for a pound, is how I feel about it. Micah Monroe, Miss Micah Monroe, you have my vote. The world is a mischievous bastard sometimes. And despite your best intentions, the world may have intentions to spoil things for you. And the mists, through the mists of Avalon, the world was trying to fucking ruin this for me. It was trying very hard not to let me have this secret of walking in blind, going in raw, the raw Dockler. I tried my best. I was scrolling through something online. I think I was reading something on Bloody Disgusting. And I kind of like dropped my phone and was like, what the fuck? Because I'm scrolling, and then I see a little ad for Longlegs, and it's saying something, hyperbole, the best something since Silence with the Lambs. And I really wish that I hadn't read that. I really wish that I hadn't seen that in a trailer, a brief snippet of a trailer, because I really wanted to go in with no, virgin-esque, as it were. No opinions informed whatsoever. And because of those words throughout almost the entirety of the film, it's the best since The Silence of the Lambs. There's just something special about having no expectations placed upon a work of art that you're viewing that make it special. I still enjoyed it. I just feel like my viewing of the film was ruined with these stupid words that these reviewers go out to pump up a property, which I understand. I understand the machine. I understand the way that things work and whatnot. Hyperbole is a son of a bitch, though, isn't it? Can we shoot from straight from the hip and be real? There is such a thing as blowing shit the fuck up out of proportion, and I feel like sometimes we just gotta let the art speak for itself. But since we're blowing shit all up out of proportion and comparing apples to apples, does it have some Silence of the Lambs, some Hannibal comparisons? Sure. I mean, it's the FBI, and they're looking for a serial killer. But when you get your shovel out, and you start digging, and you dig, and you dig, and you find out that the Silence of the Lambs is right here, And this is where the remainder of Longlegs is. Silence of the Lambs is just the surface bullshit of the FBI being involved. That's just surface bullshit. It's what's underneath the surface. It's what's underneath the surface of the Silence of the Lambs-esque crust. On my Max ride home today, because sometimes I like to give you fresh opinions, fresh out of the oven. Other times I like to kind of chew and digest and really masticate my opinions. Masticate is an old school term for chewing. I like to chew my thoughts, pop the cork off and let it air out. Air out my opinions, make sure that they're fully formed and not just, sometimes you can come in with too much pepper, you come in way too hot with opinions, and you need to let them sit down and get room temp and, ruminate, so to speak. And the thing that I kept coming back to is that I liked it. And the reason why I didn't say who else is in this film, is because you wouldn't know him unless someone told you. Which is why my wish for people is to go into this as virgin-esque as possible, as brand new as you can. Because there's a performance in there, you'd be like, who the fuck was that guy? And the credits will hit you, you'd be like, what the fuck? Or the credits will hit you before, and you'll be like, oh, he's here. And then you'll be watching and be like, where is he? It's one of those performances that it's amazing. It's amazing. It's certainly a renaissance for this actor. And it's not like I'm under embargo. I can't tell you. You could go online right now and find out. But I'm being intentionally aloof about who else because I want you to have a raw experience that we don't get to have very much in this day and age of gotta know right now. I feel like I could only correctly score this film by watching it again because there's so much more to it in this latest horror thriller, Longlegs. There's so much more to it than what you've seen in trailers, what you've heard other people talk about. So it's a special film, but it's one I feel like you're going to need to watch more than once to get it. But we don't live in a perfect world where I could do a video like this and be like, to be continued, my review will be to be continued once I've seen it again. I've got to give you the review now because you need it now. It's your review and you need it now. You're treating this like J.G. Wentworth, saying, you bald a-hole. It's my review and I need it now. So I wrote a text to this girl I used to see, telling her I've chose this cutie pie with whom I'd like to be. I apologize if this message gets you down. Then I CC'd every girl that I CC around town. See, I hate to see y'all frown, but I'd rather see her smiling. Wetness all around me true, but I'm no island. Just fucking with you. My rating between 1 and 4 thumbs up. I'm going to give this 3.5 thumbs up. I liked it. I need to go back in for another swim and swim around in the craziness that is the world of Longlegs. But as it stands right now, I'm giving it 3.5 thumbs up. Or would that be like, that's 3.5. Longlegs in theaters now. Check it out. Whether you have Regal Unlimited subscription or you just pay out of your pocket, this will be money well spent. I guarantee you that. I'll catch you in the next one. Mwah, and good night.